Tonight, from TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville, Florida, it's Week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Washington football team.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. A few minutes prior to us coming on air, this crowd was jolted into action with the introduction of these Jaguars. They're set for football as the Jags are ready to match up with the Washington football team. With my good friend Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we have arrived at another new season. I had a little more pep in my step this morning. I know you did as well. Here we go.
Yeah, when you went out for your...
It's the marquee game of opening weekend, and off we go on a Sunday night on EA Sports. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. They'll be led out by their quarterback from the University of Houston. It's Kyle Allen.
Typically, he's been a career backup, but when given an opportunity to be a starter, he's looked awfully good at times, understands how to navigate defenses, and delivers with precision.
Play action. Now it's Allen. Rush coming, and he's taken down. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up second.
Okay, partner, a couple points of interest right here, all right? Offensively, we see that they came out throwing the football, but maybe more importantly, the blitz that came defensively, they got right after it.
And you were telling me pregame before we came on air, you think this is something we could see a lot.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because this is a unit that wants to play the game on their terms.
Throwing on second and long. Allen. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Terrell Lewis. He's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. Boy, how about this to start a ball game? That's twice in a row now, Charles, that they get to him.
And how often do we talk about offenses that operate off of a script to begin games? Feels like this defense had their script together on this one, and their script said put the quarterback down and do it fast.
After the sack, they'll come up now third and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now on third and forever, he'll look to throw. And he'll go underneath here to Evans. It's a gain of 9, but it's also going to mean a punt here on their opening drive.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the first down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, they got the safe completion on third. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Back deep, Victor Bolden. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. Now the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field. So now you've got their offense coming out for the first time with great initial field position. And they're led out by their quarterback from Newport Beach State in California, played at USC. It's Matt Barkley.
All day, defense, all day, all day.
Barkley.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
And he slings one that's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Barkley. That one caught by the tight end Bates. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. Here's Barkley. Got a man open. It's Wims. And he will have a Jaguars 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
They're running it. Mike 52. Watch the out. Watch the out.
On the stop there defensively, Tyler Davison.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. Here's Barkley to throw. And that is incomplete. Strong coverage by Washington. And now 4th down.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the 1st down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. And Lutz's kick is good. And the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. They went 3 and out on their first drive of the new season. Not an ideal beginning as they start drive number 2, 1st and 10. Allen. That's caught. It's Shi Smith. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a
different story.
long night.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play, backwards a yard. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say, we're going to build from the inside out. Because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down. Now Allen. That's caught by the tight end, Harrison Bryant. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
So in Jacksonville territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. On play action, Allen. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A big connection on that one. 37 yards. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Now Allen. Over the middle to Smith. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. Evans. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. Maybe the first big test of the season here on both sides. This is 3rd and goal. Evans again. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Chris Evans. A 3-yard touchdown run. And Washington has taken the lead. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
Cody Parkey is on now for the point after. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. On the return, here comes Victor Bolden. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10.
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long...
Barkley looking to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Dixon. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Throwing is Barkley. It's caught. Smith. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
52. 52.
Back to throw. Barkley. Throw over the middle into the hands of the tight end Bates. And he is going to have a Jags 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
Two yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Now a handoff here to his running back. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So on 4th down, on comes the left-footed punter, Kevin Huber, to punt it away. And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow, out of bounds at the 1 yard line.
We're certainly not going to see a better punt than that. Definitely taking a chance, because if that thing clips the pylon, it comes out to the 20, but instead, it goes out of bounds at the 1 yard line.
Well, here we go on the next drive for Washington. And a bit of a daunting task here for this offense as they'll start out at the 1-yard line.
I guess we could easily say there's a whole lot of real estate in front of them if they want to achieve their goal, which is get to the other end zone.
And 99 yards to go if they want to do just that. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down.
Partner, I think that play echoed a short yardage run. I know they were backed up against their own goal line, but when they stack the defensive line like that, if you find any type of a crease, you're up to the third level before you know it.
So a little more space to work with here from the 13 on 1st and 10. On play action, Allen. He's going to look deep down the field. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. So the shotgun snap to Allen. That ball nearly intercepted. The rookie had his hands on it, but couldn't pull it in.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Bryant. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. They'll run on 1st down with Evans. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Here's Allen to throw it. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Washington on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. And that will be incomplete. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This will be fielded at the 17. That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On 1st down, Funk. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Off the play fake, here's Barkley. Here's Johnson with a reception. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 35.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. And nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That catch good for only a couple.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield. 8
yards to go on 2nd down. Looking to throw. Barkley.
He'll get this to Jake Funk out of the backfield. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 23.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
That's complete to the running back, Funk.
A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down. Back to throw again. And his throw here's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on third. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
The catch is made by the tight end, Nauta. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and that's going to make it fourth down.
I thought maybe when he caught, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They'll look to throw again. And Allen's got it.
And the Jaguars are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Tyler Davison hauling it off the edge to sack him.
First and goal looked like things were set up nicely, and now all of a sudden on second and goal, Charles, a big challenge ahead of them.
And you have to know when you're this close to the goal line, things are going to happen faster, so you've got to get the ball out quick. Not going to have much time in the pocket before the defenders bring pressure.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on second and goal, back even further. Back to throw. Barkley. He rifles one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Ernest Jones.
He's at the 40. Past the 20. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
Man, they got to let him play.
Donald, that penalty wipes out the interception.
Sleepy Joe, these refs must be sleeping with the QB. He throws an absolutely terrible pass, and they bail him out because he was sneezed on.
Touchdown, Jaguars. Isaac Nada from 8 yards out. And once again, the Jaguars are back out in front.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Will Lutz on for the point after.
He missed it. It'll remain a 2-point game. Sad.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Here's Harris to return it.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first down.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes.
Terrell Lewis,
his second sack of the night.
He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. And these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Allen. And a catch right side by Evans. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Washington on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Throwing now is Allen. He's got Smith here. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard strike. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on 3rd down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance at yards after the catch there, and they stop him short.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for Washington. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is taken at about the 14. That'll be a 47-yard punt, officially 5 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here again comes the captain of this offense leading his crew back out there now. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the 2nd quarter. On 2nd and very short, Barkley. He'll get this underneath to Funk, and he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll run on 1st down. Funk. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Barkley. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up at the half, we'll hand things off to Jonathan Coachman standing by in Orlando. He'll have scores from earlier today, plus a look ahead as well, so you won't want to miss that. A lot going on here in week 1. And he will have a Jaguars 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. This time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the 1st down and then some.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
On 1st down, Barkley letting one go deep for the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Barkley. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 15-yard line. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Dayo Odengbo. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Throwing on 2nd and long. Barkley. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Throwing on 3rd and long. Barkley. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Oh, he left that one in a bad spot, but fortunately it's just an incompletion and not picked to bring up fourth down. Here's Kevin Huber now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
Now, he'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. So we've reached halftime here in our initial Sunday night telecast of the new season, as we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle. Which offense can break through in the second half? To find out, let's hand it over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. Now Bolden on the return. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. What can they do now, Charles, to make sure this highlight montage doesn't continue to show more pressure and pressure and pressure?
You feel like it always comes back to leverage, don't you? Who is going to win that battle of the offensive and defensive lines? Low man wins, we talk about that, but we think about it in a running game. Well, guess what? The same thing happens when you're trying to pass protect. Are you low? Are you balanced? Are you in a position where the pass rush won't bowl you over on their way back to the quarterback? They've got to reestablish that in order to try and keep their man upright.
Because they have been bowled over a lot so far in this one. On 2nd and 10, Barkley looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Dixon. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Off the bootleg, Barkley. Over the middle, complete. That's Johnson. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big play that time through the air. 31 yards.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
On 1st down, Funk. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. Funk. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 42 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
On 1st and 10, it's Barkley. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack.
He seemed to have a reasonable amount of time in the pocket, but he couldn't get rid of the football, and the end result, Charles, him on the ground.
Yeah, he's got to keep an internal clock to go along with his offensive line. When you're talking about 3, 4, 5 seconds, that's a reasonable amount of time to expect to deliver the ball downfield. So great to try and complete a pass, but it's equally important to know when to throw the football away, too.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Barkley. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
From the shotgun, it's Barkley.
And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. Strong coverage by Washington, and now 4th down.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. He connected on his first, this from 41.
The kick by Lutz is good.
And that will push the lead up to 12-7.
Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. First possession of the 2nd half now for Washington. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the 2nd half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
On 2nd down now, it's Evans, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
They'll go right back to Evans here on 1st down.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Allen off the play fake. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, there's no doubt in my mind that he dreamed of this. How about this for your debut? 2nd sack in the opener.
Yeah, it's great to get 1. That's memorable. 2? Hello.
Now, he dreamed about it. He thought about it. Did he ever expect it to happen? Probably not.
And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. To throw, it's Allen.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And now out come the Jags. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns. That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Out of the gun, Barkley. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Operating from the gun, Barkley. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
50, check Mike 50. Ricky, hey, check, Mike 50.
They go play action here on first down. That's complete to Nauta, the tight end. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41.
I'm here all day.
Play action. It's Barkley. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Dayo Odengbo able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
And you get the feeling, Charles, yeah, he's got the 2 sacks now, but he may get more here. We still got a quarter and then some to go.
And the way that he is playing this game, it reminds me of one of the best golfers in the world who can use every club in the bag and make a great shot. That's what he's doing with his pass rush moves right now, showing a little bit of everything. They have no way of stopping him.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Barkley.
That's into the hands of his tight end Bates.
First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
Boy, that was certainly well read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle it for just a short gain.
Here's Kevin Huber now, standing right around the midfield stripe. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback.
And the Washington offense going back to work.
These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? Well, a lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Allen going to throw. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Curtis Weaver. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Allen. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack as a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Taking a couple yards shy of midfield. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
You're not ready. Where's 52? Watch 52.
They'll run on 1st down. Funk, and he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. A gain of 3, 2nd down. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll keep it on the ground. Funk, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
An extra man in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down.
Back to throw. Barkley. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here. Down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them. And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
What an opening weekend it's been already. Could the best finish be coming here on Sunday night? We'll find out as we come up on a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Barkley. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Javon Wims there to make the grab.
And the Jags are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. But that makes this a 2-score ball game. And, you know, the way this thing has been going, Charles, 2 scores kind of feels like 3 or 4 scores.
Yeah, that's a great observation. It's been a heck of a battle, hasn't it? And points have been at a premium throughout this game.
How many times am I going to have to watch this play? I swear I could have gotten a nap in by now.
Healthy young child goes to doctor, gets pumped with massive shot of many vaccines, doesn't feel good and changes. Autism. Many such cases.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Lutz good on the extra point, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Here's Harris to return it. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Washington ready to try again on offense. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. And he'll go underneath here to Evans. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. To the air, Allen. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down. The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt.
See what you got. Hey, Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Here we go, D.
Now Barkley. A throw left side caught here by the tight end Bates. That catch good for only a couple. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Barkley, quick completion here to Johnson. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Here's Barkley to throw. Again, it's Johnson. And he'll be taken down by the face mask, it appeared. And yes, out come the flags.
Face mask. Defense. That's not good enough, man.
So, Sleepy Joe, they'll get another 15 yards after that awful defensive penalty.
Donald, penalties like that don't represent the soul of our nation. That young man should be ashamed.
So now factoring in the face mask, here's 1st and 10. Here's Barkley. And that is incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Mike 50, Mike 50. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Go, Mike 50.
Barkley. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Single receiver. Hey, you're
From the gun on 3rd down, Barkley. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Well, this D, particularly the secondary, has been picked apart at points here tonight. They finally, though, get to the quarterback, get a pick.
And we know this about him. He loves night games, loves the spotlight, loves being the center of attention. I will bet you that he ran off the field almost chuckling to himself. They finally got one. They finally got me.
The Washington offense back out there. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores.
Come this way. Here we go.
So after the INT, it's Allen. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Allen is going to go for a big play downfield. And that almost their first INT in the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. Play action. Now it's Allen. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down.
Defense.
Donald, what do you think this penalty says about their discipline?
Sleepy Joe, they're tough football players. These refs, on the other hand, are pathetic and just called the most ticky-tack call I've ever seen. Clearly they have an agenda, just like your woke, sad agenda.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Allen to throw once more. Bryant with a catch right side. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Terrell Lewis in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Another try after the first down sack. Allen. And this one is incomplete. Washington on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This will be 3rd and a mile. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. But they can thank their defense for another stop, and now look at the score, where they've got the football. They're looking pretty good.
They're looking excellent, because now you're thinking to yourself, let's just take some time off the clock, work it down, and of course, you put another touchdown on the board, you can pretty much say bye-bye to this one.
Play calling here can be a little bit more conservative because of the lead.
A little bit more conservative. The biggest thing, everyone understands how to get the ball downfield and how to stay in bounds and make sure the clock keeps running.
From the 31, Barkley. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
But listen, when you've got the lead, there's absolutely no sense trying to fit a ball in where you shouldn't. You can see the coaching in his head taking place on that play, because he saw he had a receiver in the area. He just put it well over his head, out of harm's way.
And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them. trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And it's caught. Touchdown. 23 yards for the touchdown.
And the Jaguars are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead.
I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week one. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week one. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want, but there carries a little extra pressure with that as well, because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, two sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one. Lutz with the extra point, and that will make this a 19-point game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Here's Harris to return it.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Another drive coming up for this Washington offense. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this fourth quarter. On play action, Allen. This is Smith with a grab. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A big connection on that one. 31 yards.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Allen. Throwing left side, it's complete. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And Washington able to close the gap just a bit. The fourth quarter touchdown there, back to a 2-score game, but time is not their ally.
No, it's not, partner. They still have a pulse, but it's probably a little weak right now. A lot of things have to go right in these final 2 minutes plus for them. I think they have to be thinking onside kick here, and we know how difficult those are to recover.
Now Parkey for the extra point. And they're able to cut the deficit to 12. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up. The fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
On first down, Funk, and he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. They'll keep it on the ground. Funk, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Throwing is Barkley. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And now here comes the third of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. Barkley looking to throw. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
So now the field goal unit trots out there for the 3rd time tonight. From the left hash, this from 37. And Lutz puts this one through. And that will make this now a 15-point advantage. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Now Washington down on the scoreboard. A little over a minute to go. They need 2 touchdowns and at least 1 2-point conversion mixed in there as well. Allen.
We got 3, fellas, we got 3.
Incomplete.
Well, they've certainly had trouble unlocking this defense through 3.5 quarters, so I don't expect it to get any easier now. You know they're going to be sitting back and waiting on everything, and they force an incomplete.
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 36, and the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Well, obviously, Charles, this stage of the game, down 2 scores, they had to put the football in the air. Unfortunately, it gets picked off.
And the criticism comes easily in situations like this, but you just laid it out. Look where they are on the scoreboard. Look at where the clock is in the game. He has to take a chance here and try and get the ball downfield to his receivers. Unfortunately, it was picked off.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Hey, Mike's 50, Mike's.
They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in week 1.
I do get a kick out of seeing a team kneel down at the end of the game in victory formation and wrap one up, because most of the time a kneel down is not a good thing in football. In this case, it's the best thing for the team that's winning.
Best thing week 1 and 1-0 after going down to that knee.
So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the Jaguars, they start the campaign with a victory in front of an enthusiastic home crowd for a Sunday night. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for Washington, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Los Angeles Rams. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.